Hey guys, what's going on? It's just Sash here, and welcome back to another episode of Sash Says. In the first episode of Sash Says, I spoke about basically how, or more so why, I started to get into this whole teaching English thing, right? And why I started off in China, you know? Now that we talked about me in China, I want to talk about why I'm here in Cambodia. And just full disclosure, I'm finally using the selfie stick that I bought a little while ago. Well, not a little while ago, but before I came to Cambodia. I haven't used it since I've been, in vacation in Thailand, and I haven't used it since I've been in Cambodia. So I'm giving it a shot, see how it works. I'm not used to the whole using a selfie stick thing, so please, if it's crap, I'm sorry. Also, full disclosure, I had a little bit to drink. Today I'm drinking Cambodian beer. It's literally called Cambodia. So there's that Cambodia lager beer. So not bad for 50 cents. I want to say 50 cents a can. So yeah. Anyway, on to the video. So as you guys know, in the first episode of Sash Says, I said I went to China for the first time when I first started this whole teaching English thing, which you guys can catch right here. So, why did I go to Cambodia instead of going back to China? Well, as I said before in the previous video, I don't have a bachelor's degree. Full disclosure, I don't have a bachelor's degree. Granted, I have a whole lot of experience. Now I have a whole lot of experience. And I am certified. I have a TEFL and I have certification in teaching young learners, but I don't have a bachelor's degree. And things in China are getting much tighter, much stricter when it comes to actually having a bachelor's degree. But here in Cambodia, it's a lot less strict in regards to getting a job. The employers aren't really that keen on you having a degree. It helps, obviously, if you have a bachelor's degree. I mean, you can, everything extra, and by extra I mean getting a bachelor's degree, having a TEFL, any other certification or anything else like that, it helps in your negotiating position. Is it required? I don't think so. Not in my experience. Not from what I've seen. A lot of the bigger schools, I think, are asking for it. But if you really, really want to teach in Cambodia, you can just come get a business visa, okay? You get it for 1 year. You get the initial entry visa, and then you extend it for 1 year, which is what I did. Funny story, which when I first came here, I came to Siem Reap, and I asked for the business visa, and they gave me... They gave me a tourist visa for some reason. And I got really nervous, and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? I'm here on a tourist visa, and I want to start looking for work, and blah, 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 blah. I went to an agency, and they said, okay, just leave the country, and then when you come back, ask them, and make sure you get the business visa. So, that's what I did. I left for Thailand. I had some things that I needed to do in Thailand anyway. I went back to Thailand, had some things I had to do in Thailand anyway, and then I came back and I got myself a business visa, and I made sure that it was a business visa this time around. After I had the business visa, I looked for my place, an apartment, and then I extended it, or I went to an agency, and then extended it for 1 year. I believe the price was, and don't quote me on this, I want to say it was around $250, no, I want to say $300 US for 1 year, and it's multiple entries, which by far is the best deal you're ever gonna get. So if you're watching this video and you don't have a degree and you're interested in coming to teach, try Cambodia. Okay, you don't have a degree. Granted, I am saying this: if you do come here, okay, and you do want to teach, you owe it to these kids, okay, to teach, okay? Don't come here and expect to find a job and screw around, okay? If you're not 100% serious about teaching, don't look for an English teaching job, okay? It's not fair to the school, it's not fair to the kids, and it's not fair to Cambodia as a whole. Okay? I don't have a degree because I was an idiot and I got impatient and I just wanted to go to China. Granted, I found a way, luckily, and I will always stress that I was very, very lucky, okay? Especially now, times are very, very different. I was very, very lucky to be able to teach for 3 years without a degree. And don't get me wrong, I didn't screw around, I didn't mess about. I did to the best of my ability teach. I made it as fun as I could. I tried my best to make sure the kids learned, and they did. They did. They definitely did, you know. And like I said in the previous video, every place that I've been to has always had the door open for me to return, you know. So just because I was quote unquote unqualified at the time doesn't mean that I just went to China to just mess around or just to screw around, you know. I went there to teach. I went there to travel, but teaching was my job, and I treated it, you know, just like any other job. You give it 110%, you know. You do as good as a job as you possibly can, you know, because you owe it to these kids. And if you're coming to Cambodia, you come with the same attitude, you know, because like I said, it's you know, the parents, you know, they pay money so that their kids learn, right? So do what you can and do it to the best of your ability, right? And you know, okay, let's say you're impatient like I was and you don't want to, you know, get your bachelor's degree. Fine. But at least don't skimp out and at least go for the TEFL, right? Because it's simple, it's not hard, and you can get it done in a month. Less than that if you're really motivated, okay? Get the TEFL, at least you have that on your resume, and, you know, come here with the attitude that if you're coming to Cambodia and you're going to be an English teacher, then be an English teacher. Don't come in here and half-ass it, okay? That's the first thing that I just want to say. Why I came to Cambodia, full disclosure, and I say that a lot, full disclosure, and that's my thing. You know, I want to try and keep this as, you know, open as I possibly can, within reason. Right, I am making a vlog and I am putting my life out there, but I do want some tiny shred of privacy, okay? And I'm pretty sure you guys can respect that. So yeah, that's why I say full disclosure. Full disclosure, I actually, when I met, no joke Howard, Brayton Howard, you know, if you guys, you know, you definitely check out his channel, which you can see here. One of the main reasons why I came to Cambodia, actually, I remember sitting home and watching his videos after I came back from China, and I saw his videos on Cambodia because I was leaning towards going back to China, you know. Everything was all set. My friend had, you know, good relations, so everything would have been fine for me to come back, but, you know, I wasn't sure about going back to China. I stayed home for about 1.5 years or so, and then I decided to, you know, okay, now was the time for me to go back. So I started researching different places, and I saw Cambodia. And I didn't see Cambodia. I saw No Jokes videos talking about Cambodia. And he made a very compelling case as to why you should go to Cambodia if you don't have a degree. So at the end of the day, if it wasn't for Brayton's videos or No Jokes videos, then I wouldn't have discovered Cambodia as a viable option of teaching English, and I wouldn't have, you know, even considered going to Cambodia. So, you know, Brayton, if you're watching, shout out to you, bud. I know you said you're going to Portland. I know, I wish you the best of luck. So, but yeah, so I saw his videos, and he was talking all about how awesome Cambodia was and how lax the visa policy was, which it is. It's extremely lax. Even now, it's extremely lax. Here in 2017, it's really, really lax, and it's probably the most lax that you'll ever find in the world, I would say. You know, you pay $300, you get a business visa, 1 year, boom, you're done. So yeah, I saw the videos. He was talking a whole bunch about how great Cambodia was, and I just figured, you know what, why not? So I did some more research, and then I learned about the whole Pol Pot situation. And granted, I did hear a little bit about it when I was in high school, I think. I don't remember too much about it, but basically, Pol Pot was this horrible, horrible, monster of a person who basically, if you ever wonder why Cambodia is still a third world country, it's because of Pol Pot. And one thing that I want to say is that I have a tremendous respect for the Khmer people to bounce back from that, from Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge. It's just an amazing, show of instinct to survive. And the Cambodian people in general, the Khmer people, they have such an awesome attitude. They're very laid back and relaxed, and everything's, chill, and just, they're really, really friendly, and it's all smiles. It's all smiles. One thing that I have to say, when I was in China, I got a lot of stares, and anybody who has been a teacher or whoever visited in China and been in not the major tourist cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, or Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, or I can't remember the last one off the top of my head. If you've been to the smaller cities, then you'll know what I'm talking about. You get the stares, right? People stare at you, and you get one of two stares. You either get the really curious one, like, okay. They'll stare at you. They'll give you a little bit of a smile, like, oh, ni hao, ni hao. Or you'll get the other stare, which I got sometimes, especially when I would walk around with, if I was dating a Chinese girl at the time, I would get the angry stare, especially from guys, which would be like the Lao Wai. And if you don't know, Lao Wai means foreigner. So, yeah, I got one of two stares. And granted, I did get my fair share of the second one, and I got my fair share of the first one. But I don't think I've ever gotten that many stares, or at least not a noticeable amount of the second stares, I guess you could say, from Khmer people. It's always been either curious or smiles, which has been, great. I can say that Khmer people, at least my time in Cambodia and Phnom Penh, and when I was in Siem Reap and Sihanoukville, has always been pleasant. But anyway, so I seen No Jokes videos, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. Right? I did some research, and I verified the information about the bachelor's degree and the visa and all that stuff, and that was my plan. So I decided that I was going to take some time to travel through Thailand a little bit. Not really travel, but just go on vacation in Thailand a little bit. And then go to Cambodia, Siem Reap. And my plan was to go during the rainy season. And I'll tell you why. Right? It was partly ignorant. Because I thought by rainy season it means, it rains a little bit. No. It rains a lot during the rainy season. And when I was in Thailand, it didn't rain that much, but once I got to Siem Reap, it rained a lot. And by a lot, I mean like every day that I was in Siem Reap. And my plan was, after I spent some time in Thailand, I'd go to Siem Reap, see Angkor Wat, because that's what I wanted to see. I couldn't see it. It literally rained every single day. And I remember I was in Siem Reap for about 3 or 4 days, and every day I would get up, get something to eat at a restaurant or something, bacon and eggs or whatever, and then I'd go home, relax for a little bit, and right when I get ready to leave to go to the temples, it started raining. And when I mean it rained so bad. I wish I had video, but I don't have video. But it would like almost flood. The guest house that I was staying at, like, it was like 2 buildings. Kind of like there was the one main building that was where all the rooms were. So you go into this building and there was rooms there, and then there was another building which would be like the little lobby, so to speak. And it wasn't even a building; it was like a pavilion, you can say. And that center area where you would walk between the two places, like it would be like 2 or 3 inches of water, right? There was no flooding ever in the actual buildings, but where you would walk to, there was flooding. So that really sucked, and it was really, really frustrating because I wanted to go and see the Angkor Wat, but I couldn't, because it was raining so much. So yeah, I just, by the 4th day, I was like, all right, I'm just going to call it quits, and I'm just going to head to Phnom Penh and look for work. So yeah, I took a bus, the little small bus, to go there as quickly as possible. And yeah, I took the small bus. It was about 4 or 5 hours, 5 hours I want to say. And I went to Phnom Penh. And it was not what I expected. I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of videos. I saw No Jokes videos. I saw this other guy who's no longer making videos, surprisingly, Sean Chance. I mean, I don't know if he's going to watch it. I doubt it, but Sean Chance, there's another shout out to you, bud. I've seen his videos of him walking down the riverside and stuff, and it wasn't what I expected just because, like, the first thing that I saw was not the riverside. I was near, what's the spot? Not Independence Monument, the other one. It's on the tip of my tongue. Wat Phnom. It was the Wat Phnom area where we passed by, and I never seen the Wat Phnom area. So I was like, oh, what is this? This is new. I didn't see this before. So yeah, we ended up getting dropped off around that area, and I took a tuk-tuk to my guest house, which I can't remember the name of, but it was like $4 a night or something. Pretty chill. It was really small though. Really, really small. You like walk in and boom, bed. That's it. And then bathroom, and that's it. So yeah. So I was there for about 2 or 3 nights, and I was looking for different places in different Facebook groups and stuff. So yeah. Just a side note: if you guys are looking for places, there's definitely Facebook groups there. If you guys are, thinking about coming or are here and are looking for places, just shoot me an email, itsjustsash@gmail.com, and I can link you to the different places on Facebook and stuff. So that's where I found my first place, and better yet, where I found my second place too. So yeah, so I found my place, and I actually met my girlfriend while I found my second place. So yeah, we ended up meeting up, and she helped me find some at the Russian market. She helped me find stuff that I needed for my apartment, and one thing led to another, and we ended up dating. So there's that, and yeah, I ended up applying. No. I spent about a week or two just relaxing and getting to know the city, I guess. Just walking around, taking tuk-tuk rides around and stuff. And yeah, I ended up going with her to Sihanoukville. And we spent about, I think, 3 days in Sihanoukville. And then after those 3 days, which was pretty cool, we went to Sihanoukville, and we stayed 1 night at a bungalow, and then the last 2 nights we stayed at the island. I can't remember the name. I think it's Koh Rong or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry, guys. And yeah, we ended up coming back, and I decided, okay, time to find a job. So I ended up applying to one place in person, and like I said in my previous video, not my previous video, but my video where I said how I found a job, I applied to one place with my not certificate, my CV, and I didn't put my picture there, which was a huge mistake because I didn't get a call back, and I can imagine why, because I didn't put my photo there, and they're not going to remember who I was. So I applied to the school where I'm working at now, and I spoke with the manager back and forth, and I sent my information, my documents, my photo, all that stuff, and they wanted me to come in, did an interview, and Did the interview. It went well. They asked me for do a demo class. Did the demo class. I'm assuming it went well because that same day. Okay, so I sent over the documents, right? I'm going to tell you the quick story. Sent over the documents. He tells me, okay, we want you to come in for an interview. I come in, do an interview. After the interview, they say, okay, we want you to do a demo class. So I do the demo class, and I'm assuming they enjoyed it because that same day they say, okay, hang on a second. They leave, and they're like, a few minutes later, I want to say 5 minutes later, they come back and they say, okay, we want you to do another interview with the principal, the vice principal. So I do an interview with the vice principal, and I guess he liked it because he offered me a contract right after the interview, and it went well, you know. And I'm very grateful to my school. It's great. It's really laid back, and I get a lot of freedom to do what I want as long as it's, you know, relating to the material. So yeah, it's great, and I'm glad that they gave me the opportunity, you know, to teach. So overall, was coming to Cambodia a good thing? Yeah. It was a good experience. I experienced a different culture that was radically different from the United States, that was really different from China, and I definitely recommend it. You know, strictly because of the visa policy, I definitely recommend it. The kids are good. Everything's pretty good. You know, I no complaints really, no major complaints that's of note. Everybody's really friendly from what I've seen. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I just wanted to talk about me, why I decided to come to Cambodia, and yeah, you know, quick roundup, I guess you could say. I didn't have a degree. I don't have a degree, but I have a lot of qualifications now. I have some qualifications now, and I have experience, a lot of experience, but I don't have the degree. And I figure Cambodia would be worth a shot. So, you know, if this is something that you want to think about trying to do, like I said, I definitely recommend doing your TOEFL first. I have a link in the description down below which helps me out. You know, it's the same TOEFL that I got from ITTT. I recommend it. Granted, it is an affiliate link, so I do get some commission from it. If you want to help out the channel, that's one way that you can help out. If you want to think about teaching, get your TOEFL through them. The link is down below. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Remember to LSS, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.